In today's society, entrepreneurial ventures have been considered increasingly popular. The dedicated visionaries who indulge in these ventures are members of an elite squad worthy of talking that icon-ish. These are their stories. Hello, and welcome world. This is Icon-ish, the home of free game in free form for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. I am your host, Drea Will, and I got something super dope lined up for you today. COVID-19. This has been like just a crazy pandemic. It's global. It's something that we have never seen, something that we'll never see again. And I'm curious. I want to know how entrepreneurs are moving through this time. I want to know what's going on. I want to know if the business has slowed down. Has it picked up? So I decided to call some entrepreneurs and see what's good. But I have a young man who was so anxious and so with the shits and decided to pull up on me.
Yep.
Mondrell.
Going on.
Artis, what's good?
Not much. Glad to be here.
How you feeling?
Great. Well, I mean, as good as possible.
As good as possible, man.
Yeah.
Are you safe? Your family safe?
Oh, everybody's good.
How's baby girl?
Everything's great.
Everything's good.
Yes.
That's what's up. So who are you? Let's say, first of all, what is your business? What do you do for a living?
We kind of several different things, but really, tennis coach, first of all. That's my main passion. I've been doing it for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's my way of helping kids, something I just knew I wanted to do since I was younger. Also, I'm a partner in rapping cars, and so I've been doing that for about 4 or 5 years. We're in a top-rated shop here in Atlanta.
Nice. What's the name of the shop?
Rap Engineers.
Rap Engineers, okay.
I appreciate that plug. I wasn't going to do it.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, Rap Engineers. So I've been around for a while, doing really well with that. But first and foremost, I'm a servant. I'm here to help others.
Absolutely.
So my main thing has always been to help kids and stuck with me forever.
How long have you been coaching tennis? And how did you even get into that as a young fly gentleman such as yourself?
Well, I've been coaching, like I said, probably about 16, 17 years, to be honest. Father made me play. Of course.
What's that about?
Punishment,
Oh,
to be
shit.
honest. But nah, he said he wanted to make sure that I wasn't a follower. So I was a football player, basketball player,
Right.
Pretty good athlete. But for some reason, he made me play tennis. He said he played a little bit as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he made me quit everything. I didn't understand it. Fought against it for about a year.
Yeah.
And eventually, the competition side of it, I kind of fell in love with it. It was tough. It was something different.
Right.
I couldn't just push somebody over. And it was just a real thinking game. And
Right.
I fell in love with it ever since then. So I just always decided to stick with it. And that's it.
Just kept going.
Yeah. And then, like I said, the helping kids part is something from me growing up, not having a lot of help. I knew that was going to be my main focus even from when I was younger. I knew I had to do something with that, no matter what it would actually be, whatever the trade was.
What would be?
Yeah, even like at the rap shop, I still invite kids from different high schools that might want to come in and learn how to rap cars,
Right.
and just continue to help in anything I do. That's my main
Right.
purpose.
That's dope. So how do you do the coaching? Is it something that you do as a freelancer? Do you kind of just put your name out there and people will reach out, or, how does that work?
I guess you could consider it freelance. I go to different academies for a stint at a time, maybe 3.
So kind of
years.
like a residency where you say, okay,
yeah. And,
a contract, 6-month contract, 12-month
yeah.
contract, something like that.
So it's always, like I say, independent contractor. I do whatever I want. I can leave whenever I want. I create my own hours.
That's dope.
No
That's
regulations. And it took a long time, like I said, struggling doing it, but it's paid off in the last few years. What I've put out as a coach, and my name has kind of put me in a position where I think I get have one of the best deals as a tennis coach.
Wow.
I really do. I
Name
really
ringing
feel.
bells.
It's not even, I don't know, it's weird. It's just like in the right places. Like, there's probably no other coach in Georgia that even know me. Like, I'm about to be 32 this year. A lot of times the coach is a lot older. I don't go out and compete with other coaches. I'm not trying to be the best tennis coach in the world.
Right.
But it just always puts me, the right person here is at the right time. So it always, when I go to a new job or if I decide to move for another reason, like God moved me a certain way. I don't know. It's like they already knew I was coming.
You
and
knew
they
you were
prepared for
coming,
me.
right.
Yeah. And they just set it up for me so perfect. So I'm at Ace Academy now.
Okay.
But yeah.
So what was the last academy that you were at per se?
I was at UTA, and that was for about 2
Okay,
years.
that's the United Tennis Association.
Universal Tennis Academy or something.
Okay, okay,
I
cool.
can't believe it's been about a year or two since I left there, but they're the number one as far as size academy, I believe. Like definitely in Georgia. They own like 14 locations. It was just
Nice.
it was a pleasure being there as well. 'Cause I got to see like the business side of it. Like they really came in here and made this like
Right.
I mean, they took over.
Big
Like
business.
they I've never seen anything like it. So that was a pleasure. So I was at a Piedmont Park there, which is probably
Dope.
the prettiest park in Atlanta.
Yeah,
period.
yeah, absolutely.
And,
At the most popular park in Atlanta, in Georgia.
Every day I came to work. I mean, it felt like a blessing. I felt like I was just driving. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So, so UTA, I was at them for about 10 years. There was really no reason to change that. And then my wife got a job over on this side of town, and her parents are both on this side. And, my wife is a coach as well, so let's make that clear. She's the same as me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she kind of goes where she wants. She sets up her own program. She's even a little bit more. Yeah, she's teaching me. Like, she's amazing with it. So she's got her own little thing. She sets up with little kids at different schools, and she goes in and turns it out. It's like she's been in Tennis Magazine, so us together.
Dope. That's power.
Just like
that's power.
It keeps moving. I don't know how God has just kind of he put her in my life, and it's been up.
Right.
Since.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So how has COVID kind of affected that? I mean, you work with kids a lot, kids are out of school, the kids are not really moving around like they used to. So is that affecting your business? And if so, how?
It's affecting it because I choose to. So my lessons didn't stop, honestly. Like, a lot of kids still want to continue taking lessons, group sessions. The academy, the area we was at, is a private area. Like, we're out of residency, so it's not like
so it's like a liability.
It was so funny because the guy I worked with, Jeff Weaver, like, he's a great coach. But anyways, he told me that's the reason he did that. Like, he went to private residencies with his tennis academies because he didn't want to ever be shut down. Like, if a county shuts down, he could still do what he wants. So we continued for about 2 weeks. I chose to stop this week because I kind of, like I said, as far as watching news, I always prepare for the worst situation. So I don't want to be out there. I get it and give it to my family. I don't want to be sick. So I said, I'm going to sit at the house. I'm going to wait for probably like 14 days or so to see how it's looking and maybe get back out there. It depends. Like I said, shelter in place changed everything for me.
Yeah. So are they still, like, people still hitting you up like, hey, are you working?
For
or
sure.
Wow.
For sure.
Wow.
For sure. It doesn't. That's why I told my wife I always felt that a tennis coach, I always looked at it like I said, gym teacher, so forth, but not really. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with any type of job. But I always felt like if the academy ever goes bad, certain jobs that might get cut, I felt like tennis coach would be the first ones to just get thrown away. That's why I can never just rely on tennis. That's why you can say entrepreneur. I love it, but I couldn't just rely on that one thing. So to hear that, even as this economy got really bad, people were still calling. They didn't stop. Even my older clientele.
Wow. And especially the ones that they feel like, okay, we got more time now, so we can go ahead and get you these lessons that you were trying to get.
It's crazy. And like I said, and long story short, now you jump that, like, Dre, we gotta be honest, you gotta realize I'm like the only black coach at my academy.
Okay.
African coach. So that's been that forever. Like, when you hear tennis coach, people are like, man, really?
Yeah, that's how honestly, 100% for all y'all who don't know me or don't know Dre, that's honestly how we got cool. Like, we met in fashion school and this dude fresh as hell in sewing class, and I'm like, yo, like, what's up? Like, what you do or whatever? And he's like, I play tennis. And I was like, what? You do what?
Yeah.
And so I knew about tennis because my mom played tennis like the whole, for all my life. As long as I can remember, I've been on the tennis court. And just to find, like, or to meet somebody that looked like me, that talked like me, dressed like me or whatever, that actually plays tennis, like, and that's your sport. I'm like, you don't hoop or you don't do none of that. It's like, nah, I just play tennis. So I just thought that was dope as hell. And the fact, like, even going back to you saying, people are still hitting you up or whatever, and you can't just rely on tennis. You also have started a nonprofit organization.
Oh, yeah.
To give back as well.
Yeah.
So it's tennis, but it's a different side of that.
That's funny that you said. I would have forgot all about it. But yeah, so United Through Tennis is something I started when I was around 20. And I really didn't get the ball rolling with it probably the last 3 or 4 years, which blew my mind, like, when I first did it. And that's why I wanted to come up, because, like I said, somebody might hear this that might be going through the same thing I went through at age. Like I said, I'll be 32 this year.
Yeah.
But like, just don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever feel like you're behind, because you could be ahead and don't realize, like you say, you're looking at what everybody else is doing all the time. You kind of start doubting yourself. And that's why you don't ever really see me on any type of social media. I don't really have any, there's nothing wrong with it. I love it.
Yeah.
But, like, I get to watch. But I just, for myself, I had to care more about, how I put it, I don't know, just being happy. So, yeah. So, I don't forget the question, but
it's just we just talking about the organization. I mean, that's how you already know. That's the purpose, the passion behind it, like you see it.
So United Through Tennis was an idea that came to me when I was with my coach, who was probably one of the most influential coaches here in Georgia still to this day. He has an NJTL, Coach William Fulton. We partnered together with his foundation and mine, which was United Through Tennis. My idea was sprung from all the coaches seem to like butt heads, like, in our community. Like, it's already not a big number of African American coaches. Yeah. But it was almost like we were competing against each other. So as a junior, I saw this, and it was just like,
why do we do that?
We couldn't even, like, like for instance, my coach couldn't bring kids to another coach to just have a sparring session, like just to go hoop. Like you go hoop, somebody just go hoop. Tennis is like, you stay there, we stay there, we hit it. Like, and I didn't understand it. Coach is trying to steal me from my, like it was just so much stuff. I said, all right, well, 9 to 10 for me is gonna be like bringing us together as a whole, even the coaches. So the first idea was like, take some kids to New York, we get a couple different academies together, African American coaches do this together, so forth. And so that's where it's run from. Like I said, bringing the community together as a whole in Atlanta. And now it's just, it really went to more for just kids again. Like all the way it changed. And this thing, I know me and my coach, like I said, discussed over years and years about taking kids to the U.S. Open, which is it's only 4 Grand Slams. And that's like the championship. It's the biggest thing possible. So I was
about to say, that got to be the biggest one. That's like huge.
So we took, I think, 30 kids our first year on the bus, which is a long bus ride, but it was amazing. Like I said, it was something we want to achieve.
Wow.
We did it again, so I think we're
That's
5 years in now.
That's amazing.
It's just, like I said, to give kids a chance from where I grew up playing tennis at, who didn't really have a chance. Like, I didn't even have tennis clothes. I didn't have any of that stuff. So where I coach at now is totally different, and I love that side of it, too, because it's like I'm still learning. But the kids, when I was there at Washington Park, which is where I coach at downtown Atlanta a few years ago, a lot of kids didn't have even tennis shoes or certain things. So to take them to New York, some haven't even left Atlanta. It was just amazing to see how that outlook and watch them grow up now. Like I've seen these kids go, and now a lot of them are graduating from school or have already graduated. And that's what United Through Tennis is about. So this upcoming year, actually this year, until the virus and the epidemic and everything just kind of started, we was going to Africa this year, as you know. So that was going to be the first trip we joined with the foundation here. Tennis in Africa, we was planning to take the kids out. We're going to push back. We're still going to do it. But that's my coach. Like, that's him doing all that. It's me just kind of being a part of it and learning from him still to this day.
Right.
But he's putting all this stuff together.
Right. So how is, like, do you know how other tennis coaches are moving, like, within the industry? Like, is it the UTA? What's the big, like, tennis thing that's over, like
USTA,
the tennis, USTA? Yes.
Yeah.
So have they regulated anything, as far as the industry as a whole, or have you seen or heard anything from anyone else?
Well, everything is shut down. Yeah. Everything is shut down. As far as dates.
So now, but I'm saying, as far as you, if you're still getting calls, are you able to say, "Hey, I'm gonna take these lessons. I'm gonna mask up. I'm gonna do whatever." Would you still be able to? Yeah.
Because like I said, it's almost like a barber. Like I'm an independent contractor, so I can move. Like, well, I guess if you work in a shop and that shop is shut down, then you can't. But a lot of time, like I said, people work.
If you have your license,
they have courts in their neighborhood. Some people have courts at their homes.
At their house, yeah.
So we just go to the house. They want to do a lesson. We just keep, like, we're not going to be foolish. So we go out there, we keep our distance and so forth. And that's, like I said, if I get back out there.
Right.
But
right.
USTA,
you give it enough time, of course, to like.
Yes. Like even like today, like I said, I'm keep you over there, keep a distance, keep moving.
Dap with the elbows.
For sure.
Throwing them bows for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So what's next for you? I mean, after this is over or, subsided a little bit, are you moving any differently? Like, what do you think you'll be taking from this time period and portraying through your business model?
Well, like I think this time, honestly, just gave me a little bit more time to focus in and see where I'm at in life. So after this, like certain things have kind of not changed, but it's just like me and my wife, like I said, every day we're sitting down and we're discussing, let's move this. Like I said, my wife is like, her family started One Love Tennis, which is they have the most tournaments here in Georgia.
What is it called?
One Love.
One Love.
So they run tennis tournaments or tennis events, and they're like number one at that as well. So you got to remember that's tennis with my wife. I still have the rap shop, and I still coach as well. So for me, it was like I was so busy that I didn't really I didn't have a chance to sit down the last couple of years. And these 2 or 3 weeks off right now is like, it's been a blessing. We would actually finish my wife's book. So she wants to write a children's book. So we finished 2 or 3 of those. I know 2 for sure. I said 2 or 3, but 2 for
That's
sure.
So
She's
dope.
The third one.
Shout out to your wife. What's your wife's name? Put out there.
Brianna.
What's up, Brianna? How you doing?
So, and like I said, spend more time with our daughter. So, so we finished her book. She's already got an illustrator. We do all this stuff from online. Hopefully finish that up afterward. We're discussing One Love. I'm on the phone with her dad every day discussing stocks and bonds. And that's what he's about. That's why he brought that side of it to me. And just
that's what it is, man.
I can't really put it in the box. Like
no, exactly. So and that's my thing. I have never been able to fit in a box ever.
At all.
Ever. I mean, my mind don't work like that. I don't move like that. We are special people. You know what I mean? And our synapses fire real fast and they make a lot of sense, and we catch them a whole bunch of times every time. A lot of people don't. I definitely appreciate you risking your life to come kick it with me. I love you. Thank you for everything you're doing for the community. If nobody has ever told you, for real, friend, this is nothing about this podcast or none of this, bro. Like, thank you. You're rare, you're genuine, and I love you, man.
Me too. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, world.
Hey, there it is.